Hey guys, 224 Rick back, and I thought, let's do another Let's Watch a Death Battle. And this time we're going to be doing Ragna versus Soul Badguy. And I'm not really familiar with any of the two series. I'm not familiar with Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear. Well, I have heard of Blaze Blue before, until this, and the only character I'm actually familiar with in Blaze Blue is actually Ragna, so that's another good thing. And I don't know exactly anything about Soul Badguy, but all I know is they're practically related from what I heard. So, but I'm gonna continue on watching this. But here we go. All right. So and now.
No anime tough guy trope is complete unless he has outrageous spiky hair, a sword that's clearly compensating for something.
That is so
belts.
true.
Lots and lots of belts.
That is all so
Ragna,
true.
the Bloodhead.
And Soul Badguy, the flame of corruption. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, this is gonna be so epic because they're probably evenly matched.
Nearly a century ago, humanity was hunted to near extinction by the fearsome Black Beast. Fortunately, 6 brave heroes slayed the monster and saved mankind. The remains of humanity was reorganized under an oppressive government, until one man decided to rise up. Ragna, the Blood Edge.
Oh yeah, they already gave us backstory. Rebellion, that's his soundtrack. I really like that. I have it on my phone.
Giant sword, brooding personality. Ragna has tragic backstory written all over him.
That's what makes him
I'd actually go
badass.
with gruesome. As a young child, he and his siblings were confined in an experimental facility as lab rats.
Bummer. What were they trying to do?
No one knows. The important thing here is they were rescued by a talking cat named Jubei, who also happened to be the most feared warrior on the planet.
Really?
However, things took a darker turn when Ragna's sister Saya grew very sick.
With what?
Sickness? No one knows. Ragna took Saya under his wing, but their younger brother Jin was irritated that Ragna was not spending more time with him. Being a reasonable guy, he decided the only solution was to murder his brother.
Are you
Oh
serious?
yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I'm lonely. I'll kill one of the only people I care about. Great plan. So then a maniacal hipster villain named Yuki Terumi showed up out of nowhere, helped Jin impale Ragna through the chest, and then cut off his arm for good measure.
Why? How?
That brother's such
No
an
one
asshole.
knows. Have you familiarized yourself with that phrase yet? Good, because it's not stopping anytime soon.
Moving on for sanity's sake, Ragna would have been done for until an omniscient, time-traveling, pigtailed vampire descended from the heavens, snapped her fingers, magicked him a new arm, and left. No, don't think, just accept.
Surprisingly still conscious, and apparently an expert of things that have never happened before, Ragna instantly recognized his new appendage as an assured grimoire. A piece of the Black Beast, which Ragna can use to manipulate Seether. Seether is a radioactive energy left behind by the Black Beast all over the world.
Like magic,
Well, no, magic is totally different.
but it lets him do magic-type stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, after missing out on the maiming and resurrection of Ragna, Jubei the cat ninja returned and decided to teach him the ways of combat.
Where the hell was he before? No one knows.
Probably destroying someone's furniture or pissing in their shoes.
Through his training, Ragna's
Probably.
control over Seether became practically unmatched. He can form various parts of the Black Beast in combat, transform his own arm into razor-sharp claws, or drain the soul of his foe through his strikes.
But if he needs more power, more defense, and more soul-sucking, he can crank these up to 11 with his blood cane form.
Upon completing his training, Jubei bestowed upon him a red cloak and a deadly blade called Blood Scythe.
This baby can extend for stabbing strikes, and like the Azure Grimoire, slowly drains the souls of its victims upon contact. And before you point out that it's clearly a sword, not a scythe, it can do this.
Oh. I had to say, there had to be a reason why it's called a site.
Ragna's angsty rage took him on a world tour of single-handed government smashing, earning him the nickname
Because
the
governments
Grim
are
Reaper.
assholes.
And racking up an
Michelle.
unprecedented bounty of 90 billion, whatever their currency is. No
Yeah.
one knows.
It's probably yen,
And despite being
considering
the
this is
largest
Japan.
bounty of all time, he still freely walks the world on foot and in public with no attempt to disguise himself whatsoever.
Bro never does an
Nobody
anime.
wants to piss him off. We're talking about a guy who treats getting knocked through solid concrete as an inconvenience, has survived multiple impalings through the chest, took out hundreds of armed officers without breaking a sweat, and obliterated an entire street with a single one-hand sword strike.
Damn, that's
Ragna is
impressive.
referred to by some as the most powerful man in the world, but he's also known as a risk-taker with a short temper.
And despite being trained by the most dangerous kitty cat in the world, Ragna is obviously nowhere near Jubei's level of skill, who terrifies even the deadliest villains of the series.
Are you
But
serious?
after all was said and done, Jubei left Ragna with a dire warning. Never think of the Azure Grimoire as your own.
Which is kind of bullshit. I mean, it's attached to him, so I'm pretty sure he's got dibs.
Well, he does, but if he loses control over it, it can transform him into the Black Beast itself.
Basically,
in fact,
his
Ragna
angry
was
demon
the original
form.
Black Beast, sent back in time after falling into a magic cauldron. The two were somehow separated and did battle in the past. These events would repeat themselves in a 100-year time loop until this chick saved Ragna from falling into that cauldron, stopping the Black Beast from appearing in the past in the first place.
But if the Black Beast never went back in time, then it would never have created Seether, and everything in Blaze Blue shouldn't exist as we know it.
Exactly.
No one knows!
Can we just make this guy fight someone now?
I'm the
Yeah.
main character, and yet again, I get left in the dark.
They make
It's really
time in
starting
anime
to
sometimes
piss me
very
off.
confusing.
Way back in the year 2010, the discovery of magic forever changed the course of human history. Traditional technology was
So bad,
eliminated
guy.
for newer, environmentally friendly methods. And after improving the planet, a certain world superpower sought to improve mankind itself.
Oh, hey, another super soldier project. Let me guess, they injected this guy with some serum and it didn't really work out the way they wanted, but now he's a badass.
Yep.
Replace serum with magic, and close enough.
Yeah, of course.
This man would emerge as
Close
the
enough.
feared bounty hunter, Soul Badguy.
Yeah.
So he's clearly the bad guy.
Actually, he's the main hero of the story.
And a badass.
Before Soul's transformation, he was known as Frederick, a scientist tasked with leading the Super Soldier Project alongside his love interest, Arya. But whether he intended to or not, Frederick would become the prototype of this new super race, the Gears.
But is he
Hence the name Guilty Gear.
Oh, hell yeah. He was responsible for Arya's death.
Wow.
And then her next death when she was resurrected into this thing.
No! Wasn't expecting her to look like that, but not as much as I wasn't expecting the blue robo penis! Who even does that?
She was likely created as a giant FU to poor Soul by that man.
Which man?
That man.
Oh.
I only see so bad guys.
No, it's that man.
It's just you and me here, Wiz.
Listen, the villain is that man.
That's his
So
actual
bad guy's
name?
the hero and the villain?
No, he's another character. Just pretend so bad guy's not there.
You mean he's invisible?
When this person was born into the world, his parents looked at this child and decided they would name him that man.
Who were they looking at, Wiz?
His name is THAT space MAN.
Well, F-U-C-K space Y-O-U. I'm out. So I looked at the internet and discovered that his actual name is that man. I apologize for earlier. Let's move on.
Soul had to maintain a human
Of
appearance
course.
to disguise his true gear form. So he developed a special limiter headpiece to keep his own power at bay.
If that thing comes off, say goodbye to whoever recently pissed him off.
As a gear, Soul's aging was slowed to a near halt, allowing him more than enough time to develop his own fighting style.
Well, whatever fighting style lets you punch fire, that's the one I want to learn. Soul's Volcanic Viper and Fafnir punches are flame-enhanced strikes, while his Riot Stomp flies in with a fearsome kick. And because this is anime, Soul can
Of
trigger his second form, the Dragon Install.
Of
The Dragon
course.
Install allows Soul to
Oh, well,
safely
it's
tap
super
into a
powerful.
fraction of his full gear power, boosting his strength, speed, and healing ability. The drawback, he can only sustain this power for so long, and afterward, he's left vulnerable.
As Soul wandered the Earth, that man began a plan for world domination using an army of gears. In response, Soul put together a gear-obliterating super weapon called Outrage.
Which looks like the world's most complicated can opener. Or next-gen Bop It.
Turns out, it was so powerful, nobody could wield it, not even Soul. So he had to split it apart into 8 pieces just to make it usable. Naturally,
Into
he used
several
the best
different
piece for
elements.
himself, the flame-enhanced Fire Seal. I want a Fire Seal, that'd be fucking sweet. Try and eat me now, Orca Whale. Fire Seal!
Using Fire
get
Seal
it.
to its full potential, Soul defeated that man's forces twice over.
And then he decided to upgrade the shit out of it with the Junkyard Dog Mark III casing.
But this is hardly the full extent of Soul's power. He once survived the backyard, an alternate dimension which would annihilate the soul of a normal man. And by removing his headband, he can access his full unrestrained potential.
Like when he shot a laser out of his sword to incinerate an inhuman gear the size of Mount Everest.
And once he went back in time and witnessed his past self get murdered, which should have erased him from the present a la Marty McFly. But
Really?
he didn't like that idea very much, so he just did it.
After Blaze Blue, nothing is too bizarre for me anymore.
Soul is powerful, but fears his full potential. He's also pretty lazy. His favorite strategy is always whichever is the least strenuous. This lack of extra effort can sometimes leave him underestimating his opponent.
But the second he starts trying, few can stand in his way.
From the way it
Alright,
sounds, it
combatants
kind of
are
sounds like
set.
Soul
Let's
Bad
end this
Guy is
debate
gonna win.
once
I'm
and
sorry,
for
for those of
all.
you who are rooting for Ragna, I think it's gonna be Soul Bad Guy. I'm sorry. That's the way it sounds like it. That's how it's gonna sound. So, I say Soul Bad Guy is gonna win. Of course. Of course.
Who are you? Out of my way, you're dead. You gotta be kidding me. Let's get this over with.
The way to bring it out is so close. Right in his foot. Oh. Damn.
Restriction 666 release. Extra corruption
Yeah,
imaginary number 4.
Oh. Ragna's coming. Wait, is he really unlocking his full power right now? Oh, I think Ragna's doing everything too early. God. Oh, this is so awesome right now. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Oh! What? Wait, it's not over. It's not over.
More time on you, asshole.
I knew it couldn't be over. What the? Uh-oh. Wait. Oh no! That's bad. But then again, I feel like Soul Bad Guy could easily beat that. Yep! I knew it. This was bound to happen, but yet it's so epic. Damn! Damn!
Bullseye!
I knew it!
Ragna put up a tough fight, but Soul had him outclassed.
Likely due to
I
the
knew
fact that while Ragna had on 4 belts, Soul had 18.
Soul's centuries worth of fighting experience trumped Ragna's training, and he has consistently shaken off wounds more easily.
Even Soul is tough enough to withstand Ragna's Azure Grimoire, just like when it survived the backyard.
The Black Beast was impressive, but Soul's gear form is leagues above. Recall when Soul turned that gear the size of Mount Everest into dust. By comparing the size of the gear to the clouds, we can determine its volume to be around 140 billion cubic meters. Destroying something this size would require more than 85 gigatons of TNT. That's nearly 200 times more powerful than the 9.0 earthquake that hit Japan in 2011.
More than enough to take Ragna down, and that was only a fraction of Soul's real power.
Really?
Ragna just burned out in the end.
The winner is Soul Bad Guy.
But I was right! Yes! Good job, Soul Bad Guy. I'm sorry, Ragna, but...
Next time on
So who's
Death
next
Battle.
time? Wait, yes. Gara! Oh yes, Gara! Wait, who's Gara facing? Oh, that girl from Avatar? Really? The Earthbender? Oh wow. Gara versus Toph from Avatar.
Have an idea for a death battle? Let us know in the comments below.
But if you're looking to kill some more
I
time, go
did!
watch
But
our
apparently you
Concerned
didn't like
Jocelyn's
Reeve
new
versus
show.
Liu Kang, so you liked Reeve versus Scorpion Man, which was completely unfair. Yeah. But that's all for now. I really liked that death battle actually. It was pretty entertaining considering it was from Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue, which are completely related, so but honestly, I was not surprised considering how they explained everything. I mean, Soul Badguy sounded really powerful, unlike Ragna. I mean, he had the same amount of power, but considering he didn't have that much training like Soul Badguy, so yeah. But tune in for the next death battle that I watched was Gara and Toph, because I really like Gara and I like Naruto, so until then, 224 Rick is out.